Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is me, Abyss Fusion here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back to another drinks review. Now, I'm just doing this right after I filmed the pizza snack from... I can't bloody remember where it was. I literally just did a review and I can't even remember where it was. But either way, today we are doing the Pepsi Blue Edition. And this is from Indonesia, which is a country in Asia, I believe. If I have said it completely wrong, please correct me in the comments below, and I will try to say it properly in the future if I ever get another product in the future. But it's from Indonesia. I have completely botched it, haven't I? It's a country in Asia. Please correct me if I've said it wrong, which I probably have. But we're doing the Pepsi Blue Edition. Now, maybe this is the equivalent to the original Pepsi. I'm really not sure what the difference is going to be, if there is a difference, but either way, let's get into the review. So I'll give you guys a quick 360 of the can. It looks exactly the same as the original blue Pepsi, well, the original Pepsi that we normally get. It looks exactly like that, so there's realistically no difference in terms of the can design, except it has a blue at the bottom instead. It just, normally what it just has Pepsi, nothing else, but it has blue Pepsi right there, so the can is basically the same. In terms of, actually I'll check the date quickly, it's still in the perfect, we could still have it. It expires in June, it's perfectly fine with me. So realistically we can get onto the back of the description already. I mean, the top of the can is a little bit different. The little thing that you have to crack looks a little bit different. I think the majority of Asian drinks have that strange thing on the top. I think it's just a different style, I suppose, but either way, let's have a look at what we are dealing with. So, if I can make up any sort of English, oh god, it doesn't have, oh yeah, it does, it has some English, not a lot, but it has some. The total fat, oh wait, this is a 330 ml size, okay. So, the total fat is nothing. The total protein is nothing. I'm not even getting any protein. The total carbohydrate is 39 grams, 12%, and the gula, which is sugar apparently, has 36 grams, but it doesn't say if it's per 100 ml, per 250, so I'm going to have to go with that's all together maybe. And the sodium is 25 milligrams, which is 2%. Okay, interesting. What is in it? There's English somewhere. There it is. Carbonated water, sugar, acidity regulator, natural flavors, caffeine. Oh, it's got caffeine in it. Vegetable stabilizer, coloring agents E126 and E133. And that is actually it. That's pretty much it, to be honest. So, oh wait, Pepsi Cola recycle per 330 ml. It doesn't exactly say what the sugar is, but okay, never mind. I'm reading out of my arse. It doesn't actually say, but either way, let's get into it. We can't read any more on the back of it, so let's open it. I'm actually very interested. Oh, that was a bit of a struggle. Ow. Okay, we have our sealable container, but I'm going to smell it. Obviously, it's just going to smell like Pepsi. And I was right. I don't know how much original Pepsi has in terms of sugar, so I should have done my research, but you learn from your mistakes. But yeah, it smells like original Pepsi, so we could just go straight into it. Does it look like original Pepsi? No, it does not. It looks up. I'll put a little bit more in it. It looks absolutely nothing like original Pepsi. This might not even be original Pepsi to begin with, so yeah. This is what it looks like. Blue Pepsi, hence the liquid blue. What more do you want me to say? It looks really, really clean, to be honest. It looks like a very nice blue. Looks like a very nice blue. Grammar's great, isn't it? It looks very nice. The blue is clean, and to be truthfully honest, there are a fair amount of bubbles on the side, but I mean, what can you do? This is blue Pepsi. Will there be any difference? I'll be the judge of that. Hmm. Alright. There is a little difference between the original and this one. And the difference is, I can't really describe it. I mean, there's still the Pepsi flavour in there, as I always know and love. I do like a can of Pepsi or a bottle of Pepsi every now and then. But there's something in this one that makes me question it a little bit. Like, why does it exist, blue Pepsi, really, when in my taste buds it just tastes exactly the same as the original Pepsi, but it has a sort of hint of blue texture taste to it. I don't know why. If you were to have one yourself, you would understand what I mean, but it tastes like I'm drinking something that relates to blue. Like, it doesn't taste of blueberries at all, but it tastes like I'm actually eating the color blue, drinking the color blue, and I can't describe what it tastes like. The blue texture that I'm getting, it just tastes of normal Pepsi with blue at the end of it, and it tastes like normal Pepsi, obviously. And it, how can you describe this? Was, I forgot to say how much this was. I think it was £1, so it's a little bit more expensive than the normal cans you normally get at your corner shop or wherever you go to get your drinks, basically. I cannot describe it. It's one of those tastes that you have to try yourself to understand what I mean. I mean, how do you describe that? It tastes like normal Pepsi to me, with just blue at the end of it. I don't know why that's confusing me, but how do you? The only way I can describe it is like I need you to taste it. Basically, that's how I would say it. Really, in order for me, in order for you actually to understand what it tastes like or what I'm on about, you would have to try it yourself, which is probably the first time I've said that about a drink. In order for you to understand what I mean, you have to try it yourself. And I've had Asian drinks before, and I can describe them perfectly. That I can't, which is really, really gonna tick me off if I can't describe it. But you know what? Let's give it a rating. Maybe that will convince you. Let's give it a what it looks like the actual can design itself, and what it tastes like. So the can design, because it's basically just a normal Pepsi can, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, you know what? I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because it just looks like the original Pepsi can. So I can't really give it anything higher or anything lower. It has to be a 5 out of 10. And in terms of the flavor, this one's a tough one. If I can't describe what it tastes like, how do I give it a fair enough rating? For all intents and purposes, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. That seems fair enough. If it's over 5, maybe it will convince you. So that gives it a total score of 11 out of 20. That is really, really odd to describe. It just basically it tastes like normal Pepsi with a little bit more expensive, but there's a hint of aftertaste in it that makes you want to buy it. That's the best way I can describe it. Do I recommend it, however? You know what? Yeah, I do. Because of its strange texture that it has in it. It's definitely sugary, but not as sugary as I thought it was going to be. But either way, this has been Abyss Fusion. Thank you all very much for watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to hit the like button, possibly share it with a friend, family, or relative. Check the description below if I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I'm always active on Instagram, and I'm somewhat active on Twitter. Anyway, this has been the Asian Pepsi Blue drink in Indonesia. I've said that wrong again. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next review that we do, whenever that is.